am the only woman with my shirt on at the VIP strip club. I've come here to face the biggest decision of my life, and the music was just way too loud in the front for me to really concentrate. I'd never been to a strip club before. I mean, at first I was embarrassed, but then I got over it, because I need to be here. I have come to this memory mecca to decide if I can have a mastectomy to deal with the cancer they found in my right breast 10 days ago. It seems taboo to admit this or to factor into my decision about whether or not I should have the mastectomy, but for me it is now a strangely deciding factor. The argument for having the mastectomy and cutting off my breast is obvious. It would be much safer. And so I begin to think of how I will exist as a 27-year-old woman with only one breast. I'm not a stripper, but I've always taken for granted the fact that I have two boobs. I mean, all the men in this room are reminding me of the power that I stand to lose. And that's just the fact that everybody's been ducking. Boobs matter. Sadly enough, this doesn't make me feel any better. In fact, I feel worse. So I stand up to leave the club. As I walk past the breasts on parade and past testosterone, as I hail a taxi cab at the corner, I begin to think of how the excitement in that room did not begin until the top came off. When I lose my breast, I will be stripped of a part of me that I thought made me a woman, part of what I found made me desirable. But I think I'll still be me. First, my breast will be cut off. Then my hair will fall out. And when there is nothing left to strip, maybe there will be a new revelation of a different beauty of me. One that I never knew existed. This is the story of Geraldine Lucas, a woman dealing with the cancer found in her right breast. Unperturbed, however, she manages to fight the cancer and survive, with the help of her lipstick. Why I wore lipstick to my mastectomy, by Geraldine Lucas. It was especially cool timing. I mean, not that there's ever a good time to get breast cancer or anything, but I was there to tell my gynecologist that I was ready to get pregnant. And instead of leaving her office with a prescription for prenatal vitamins, I left with a prescription for a sonogram of the lung. A sonogram turned into a mammogram, and a mammogram turned into a biopsy. Nobody in white coats in those white rooms was treating me like I was a hypochondriac. I wish I was a hypochondriac. And I continue to see doctors. 9 strangers feel me up. Since we've already gone to second base, there are a few things about me that I want them to know. I am a Leo. I wear black almost every day. I'm an incurable slob. I wear sunglasses even on cloudy days. Desperado is my favorite song even before this all happened to me. But they all keep looking at me the same way. No eye contact. I wear beautiful suits and lots of perfume to catch their attention. I just want them to look at me and realize that I am not the cancer. I am not the malignancy. But something has happened. I don't exist anymore. I want to remember a time when I could walk through the room and the doctors would look through me as though I'd already died. I want them to know that I danced with Elvis Costello on stage during a concert. That I say I'm sorry too much. That I always change my mind, so how could I make this decision? The worst part of my final decision is that it doesn't guarantee I would live. I could cut off my breast and still die. That feels like it's the worst part after such a big sacrifice. I can't lift my head off the table at my favorite French bistro because it's hitting me that I might die. The panic, it hits me at inconvenient moments like right now when I realize that I'm a cancer patient now. My mom, she sounds so desperate. She asked my favorite waitress to bring me a glass of champagne. I know she was just trying to get my mind off the cancer, but it isn't working. It's backfiring. All I want to do is keep my head down on the table and throw a one-woman pity party. I mean, I'm scared to go to sleep at night because I'm scared that I won't wake up. I'll just fall asleep and die, and nobody will even realize. I'm scared on rainy and cold nights that I'll be lonely when I die, that I won't be missed. Most of all, I'm scared that I'll never be the same. That is why I can't just sit in this room and pretend that I'm part of the normal world. But because I've been following my heart so closely these past few weeks, it's beating uncontrollably and I can't tame it. And when my medications or my affirmations fail, I've already found the best therapy of all. Actually, she found me. When I first heard her voice on my answering machine, I knew she must have been something of myths, of legends. She's an Amazon. I go online and I look up Amazons, women warriors who cut off their own breasts so they could pull their arrows back further. And they were serious. I channel the voice of the Amazon and I hear the voice of a warrior, a woman who would do anything to survive. I know that I too will cut off my breast, but am I Amazon material? Maybe just lifting my head up is the first step. A small step to reach the world that I'm sure I've already left. Because if life is short, you need some chocolate souffle.
Yes.
My lipstick and my mascara have left deep smudges all over the tablecloth. But I don't care anymore. I'm not embarrassed. My mom, the waitresses, all the patrons, they think that I'm starting to unravel. But I know it's just my courage starting to show. It's the morning of my mastectomy surgery. I touch the mirror in front of me to see if this is really happening. I know I look horrible, and it's not just the fluorescent lighting. I can't pretend that I'm feeling strong. I'm about to be cut into. I can already feel myself slipping away. All I can think about is that somehow in that sterile room, I need to let everybody know that I was in there too, not just my breast. And that's when it hits me, my lipstick. I carried it everywhere with me. It's almost habit. As carefully as I can, I apply a thin coat. And maybe that's what applying red lipstick is. A small step to see yourself as something you never thought you could be, and a carefully applied swipe of beeswax to become her. And I think I'm ready. And there must be around 8 doctors and scrubs in the OR around me. I know they only know me as a right-side 27-year-old mastectomy, but just maybe they'll notice my lipstick. My lipstick feels so far away from the scalpel. My lipstick is all that I have. I want my lipstick to tell everybody in this room that I will wear it again, but on my terms next time. But for now, I have my war paint, and I think I'm ready. If I were awake, I would see Dr. B slicing away the mound of flesh that was my breast and placing it in a pathology container. If I were awake, I would hear the whirring of the breathing machine and the beeping of the heart monitor because I'm intubated. If I were awake, I might feel a slight sense of pride that I wore such a true red shade that now seems to too closely match the blood on the operating room table. If I were awake, I would tell everyone in the room how proud I am that I decided to cut off my breast to hopefully save my life. For anybody who does not believe me, that is why I'm wearing my lipstick. In the sterility of the operating room, I am laughing. In the blood and the gauze, I am dancing. And slightly in control, just hoping that my lipstick might last.